the Forex Trader. Welcome back. If we have any new traders out there, welcome. I hope you enjoy this content and I hope it benefits you in the future. But with that said, a fair warning, I'm not a professional trader. I'm not licensed or certified. And these are my opinions only. So trading the Forex has high risk. You may lose most or all your money. So before investing any real money, seek the advice of a professional. Now, with that being said, let's jump right into the charts. Here we got some Euro US. Here we have the Euro US chart, and I'm going to break down my interpretation of how I would trade this. Okay, so here we have some break below structure over here, and then it came right back in. And this is the most recent price action. These are daily candles. So any new traders out there, each candle represents one day, one full day. What I like to do on the daily chart is plot out my area. So I know where I'm trading, know how far I can go or what I'm doing. And I take all the highs of the area because that's where the market has gone to. And it's a potential area of where it could go, retest, and then turn around. Okay. And then I drop down to my 1 hour time frame. And what we have going on here is that we have a potential ABCD pattern forming. AB equals CD pattern starts with a fib retracement from the bottom to the top, and it must reach a 618. And it must not close past the 786. Then you get your fib extension tool, and once again from that bottom fib to the top fib, you take it all the way down and you have a 127 completion point, which it falls nicely just below previous structure. The good things to spot on this is to get a nice one-to-one harmonic move. So you like to see the AB equaling CD. Okay, so here it is where you have a potential area where this thing may reach into. Then you also take a fib extension from the C to B leg, back up, and the 127 should fall in between the 138 and the 161, which it does. So that's a good confirmation of it right there. And what I would do is I would zone out this area here for my entry. I might even take the top of the harmonic right there, and I would take the center of this box as my entry point. Okay, and same rules apply for all the targets and stops. So if I went halfway in there, in and around there, I'm looking at that 382 as my first target, 618 is my second target, and we'll short this bad boy in and around here. On the A equals BC, the stops go above the 1618 for my rules. Somebody might have a different set of rules, but that's what I go with. So my first one is almost a 1.5, a 1.4 to 1 ratio, and we have a nice more than 2 to 1 risk reward on that one. Okay, so that's an ABCD pattern broken down on the Euro US. Now, with that being said, we can also go down to a 15-minute chart, and we can see if there's anything on here, which we have a nice high over here, which is breaking structure. Now you can take a fib down to here, where you can see this has come back up, broken structure, came sideways, broke structure again to the upside. And we have a 382. And you also have a possible extension from there to there, hitting a 127. This one right here. And that is a possible cipher pattern. Now this one's the sell, and it's got to reach up to the 786, and your stops are above the X point. So your stop's above there. And this is a little bit smaller because it's on a 15-minute. But you can put it there. Stops 69, 79, and targets. Let's put some targets in. From the bottom to the entry point. Okay. And target is 1-to-1 and a 1.7-to-1 to second target. So there's some trading opportunities there. Now I suggest you do some your own investigating on this and your own analysis. But these are some of the trades and ideas that I'm looking at right now. This one I may not take, just for the fact that I don't like trading inside a zone. I like to have, on a daily chart, I like to use the daily chart as my majors, lines, and structure areas. So when I plot these lines out, I know what I'm looking at. And because this cipher is right in the middle of this whole area, okay, I might not take this trade. Okay, it is coming down. It's not making any higher. It has broken structure. This may come up. It may retest and start coming down. Okay, so these are just some ideas. Somebody did leave me, asked me a message of where I look for the news, and here is the daily FX. That's where I go. There's other FX websites that have these kind of things, and it's just the economic calendar I look at, and it gives me what's happening throughout the day, and I just look at the highs right here. So I know that the euro's going to move, the pound's going to move, it's an anticipation that it may move. It may not move at all. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. But it's just got an indication that usually when these high news events are coming out, there's going to be volatility in the market. It may spike up, may spike down. I don't know. I don't pay attention too much of what the previous numbers were or what the forecast is coming out or even the actual number itself. There's a lot of data in all this, and I would need like a team of people to break it down, to fine tune it to say, hey, this thing is going to move up. No, this thing is going to go down. And that's what the big companies have. Big companies have teams of people that focus on all this news data coming out. And that's why people trade the news and people that know how to trade the news. I'm not saying you can't be successful doing it, but I am strictly a technical trader. That's it. I follow the charts. This is showing me what the market is doing, and I'll take my opportunities and my probabilities of what might most likely might happen. But like I said, I might not take this cipher because it's playing around in the middle. It very well may come up and come back down. That's not a risk I'm willing to take, but I might take this ABCD pattern if it breaks this line. If it comes up to the 618 and closes above, I might even take a Gartley setting up right here. that will end up in and around here, and I would use this as my bottom. Okay, and those are some of the trade setups. Another comment I had was how to identify XA legs. And in my previous video, I look at my XA leg here. We're still looking at this US franc. I'm waiting for this candle to close above this 618 here, and we have a Gartley setting up. But the way I spot an XA leg is that I look for I draw in my lines on the legs, and I find the longest one after the shortest one. So here I drew it down. This one going up is longer than this one. Then I drew this one, which is longer than this one. But then I drew it back up here, and this is shorter. So once I find a short area here, and it's a little consolidation area, as you can see, I have a structure point here, and it broke down, and then a structure point here, and I've broken up. So I would say that this is my X point, and up here is my A point. Okay, and that's my XA leg. And I basically leave it like this on my charts. And because this pulled back into a 618, now I'm fibbing a line here, and I just watch it and wait. It didn't quite close above the 618. Some people might take this as the Gartley, like I mentioned before, but I'm waiting for this to come up and give me a little bit more confirmation. If it continues to go up and breaks pattern, then so be it. Then this one will all be deleted. And no harm, no foul. I didn't get into the trade. I didn't lose anything. But yeah, we got a few setups throughout the place. We got here on the Aussie US, you can see how I charted out an area of resistance down here. And if I drop to my trading time frame, we can see if there's any opportunity, which we can see that this is bouncing down, coming up, down, bounced in here. And I'm going to wait for this break of structure right here. So once we have this break of structure here, and I mean a candle close above the structure, then I can start looking for a retracement to possibly buy. We are oversold, but this may continue to go sideways and then all of a sudden continue to go down. So there's just a few things out there. Same with the pound US. Pound US, here is another area for an XA leg where you can draw it backwards. Say that one's there. Oh, that one's a little longer. That one's almost the same. This one's longer. This one's longer. This one shorter. All right then, you know. Here I'll put in my X, and let's put in my A. Okay, so there's my X, A, leg. Okay, and this is all you have, and this is what I do to determine an XA leg. Then I can go around and start fibbing it. I'll say, okay, this one didn't quite reach a 50%. Okay, so that's it. It didn't trigger anything. It didn't trigger any of my rules. It didn't do anything. So be it. But the point is, the XA leg was still a consolidation break area here. Okay, it's consolidation break up here, and then it broke back down. And there's where my XA will start from. If I'm continuing with the pattern, so these XA legs that I look with this consolidation area are mainly for the bats and the Gartleys. Okay, If I'm looking for an extension, then I would be looking for this as my XA leg to extend for a butterfly or a crab pattern. Okay, so these are more of extensions. That means the market's going to go and you're looking for a point of reversal. But the XA legs that I'm looking for are always with trend. They're always with trend. And this leg is usually coming up, down, going up, and is always below the X. So we're looking for Gartleys and bats. Okay, I hope that clears it up. Uh, I hope some of you get the gist of what I'm trying to get at here. If this was helpful to you, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it, leave a comment if there's something unclear or unsure. I will, at the end of the month, show you the results of the month. Like I said, I have opened up a demo account here. We are still in this Euro-Japan trade. We're still up 22 pips. I did make some profit back from my losses, but not quite from where we started the year. I think we're down $10. But we're still in this trade, and this I will show you. These are some pending trades that I've put in, and I will let you know how they turn out. But in the meantime, at the end of the year, I will show you at the end of the year, at the end of the month, I will show you my FX book, which will have the stats, it'll have the percentages, it'll have the graphs, the movements. You can see all that. I just want to show that new traders out there, it takes time to build your account, okay? It takes time for you to move forward into all these trades, and you will take losses, and you got to suffer through the losses and continue to push through with the system. Keep pushing through until you get the results you want. So once again, I hope you enjoy this. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share it, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you later. Thank you. Good luck.